Right, my name is Roy, I'm a consultant psychiatrist, and I wanted to report on interesting papers we published in the Global Psychiatry Archives. And this is a paper by Fanaras Guarana from Thessaloniki, and I helped him quite a bit in his first paper, and had to read a little bit and guide him. This is why he made me co-author. Anyway, his interest was plant or herbivorous additives to medication, or in this respect, it was Paullinia cupana, a plant which is from the Amazon, very beautiful and has large leaves. Yeah, it's used in energy drinks. The interesting part is that its concentration of caffeine is very high. There are other ingredients, and I really refer you to the Wikipedia. I didn't take a picture because I don't want to do anything with the copyrights, but have a look at Wikipedia and look at Paullinia cupana, beautiful plant and interesting energy drinks. So the question he asked himself and us was whether this medication or guarana, which has lots of a higher caffeine level than other than coffee plants or coffee beans, has specific effects. So they're correct, and so whether the secondary question was whether guarana has effects which go beyond the caffeine concentration. So most of the studies, so he looked at the young population and healthy controls, and there were 20 now. Let's come to this, to the Prisma figure. There are 29 studies. Some of them had to be excluded because the description and the wasn't precise enough, and the studies were not randomized. So what he found, and there was no control. So anyway, so eventually 9 studies were included, and they focused mostly on, let's come to the studies. This is a graph about the possible bias. So there's some bias in some of the studies, but I think the studies in general can give you a quite good view on what's possible. So the whatever, so there's not that much of problems, some bias with selective reporting, which is always and sometimes a lack of blinding. But anyway, that's not too bad. So the studies are quite consistent, and what they show, there are 9 studies. You can look at the paper if you want to. And what happens, so the studies are quite well described. They have on average 40 people into the study. So, and the reaction times are not only tested once, so cognition is not only tested once, but consistently. So the outcome is more or less very clear that reaction time is reduced and the different types of cognitive tests, but what you find is that the cognitive tests in general find that reaction time is better and reaction precision is better. And there's also some improvement in short-term memory. So you can find, so guarana compared to a placebo has a positive effect on cognition, specifically reaction time and reactions precision. However, what you can't find is a significant difference between guarana and coffee on its own. So more or less, it seems that mostly the efficacy is driven by the high coffee concentration, which then eventually is used in energy drinks. Okay, that's my summary. If you want to read the paper, please look at www.globalpsychiatry.co.uk. There are the publications in Global Psychiatry Archives. And if you want to watch, have it a bit simpler, watching videos instead, then look at our YouTube channel, Global Psychiatry Archives. And if you want more of this type of information, we have 3 streams. One is the previous conferences and future conferences. One is the summary of papers, and then there's some general mental health problems explained in general. So there's 3 main streams, and if you want to get this information in the future, please subscribe to our channel. And thanks for your attention, and that's it, and have a nice day. Thank you.